You still have time. Yes, you. I know the world has a way of convincing us that if something didn't happen by a certain age, it never will. That if you didn't write the book, start the business, learn to paint, travel, or love boldly by 40, 50, or 60, then it's too late. But let me tell you something that no one said to me when I needed to hear it most. Your dream isn't dead. It's waiting. Like a seed buried deep beneath years of obligation, fear, and distraction. Just because you shelved it doesn't mean it stopped mattering. That quiet little hope still belongs to you. And more than ever, now is the time to return to it. Not because of the ticking clock, but because you finally have the heart to do it right. There's a freedom that comes later in life that no one talks about enough. It's a quiet kind of freedom, not loud or flashy, but powerful in its own way. It's the freedom of shedding layers you didn't even know you were carrying. The expectations, the pressure to perform, the need to prove yourself, they begin to fade. And what's left is something so much more authentic. It's the kind of freedom that doesn't come from money or status or speed, but from finally knowing who you are, deep down. From recognizing what truly matters at the end of the day. It's when you realize you no longer need permission to want what you want. You've lived enough life to understand that your time, your energy, your desires, they matter. Maybe the dream looks different now. Maybe you don't want the spotlight anymore. Maybe it's not about making millions or building something huge. Maybe it's just about feeling alive again, about waking up with something to look forward to, about returning to the thing that once made you feel like yourself before the world told you to be realistic. The truth is, those quiet passions, those half-finished ideas and long-lost hobbies, they weren't silly. They were glimpses of your soul trying to speak. And now, you have the chance to listen, not to impress anyone, not to chase praise, but simply to feel joy, to create, to explore, to reconnect with what's always been inside you. You gave so much for so long. You were the provider, the planner, the fixer, the one everyone could count on. You spent years showing up for others. And that's beautiful. But maybe now, just maybe, it's time to show up for you, to put your soul on the list, not at the bottom, but right there at the top. Because here's something no one ever says out loud. Your desires didn't expire, they waited, and now they're asking, is it my turn yet? And the beautiful part is, you get to answer with a full heart. Yes, yes, it is. And I get it. Starting again is scary, especially when you feel rusty, unsure, or like you've been out of the game for too long. You worry people will laugh, that they won't understand, that maybe you won't even recognize yourself in this new pursuit. But what if I told you that those exact doubts are the proof you're on the right path? That every person who ever created something meaningful had to walk through fear first. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving anyway. And you, my friend, have already lived through enough to know you can handle anything. What's one more leap when your heart's on the line? Let's be honest, there's no perfect time to begin. There never was. There's only now. This moment, this breath. And from this place, you get to decide. Not based on age, not on what others think, but based on desire. Based on what lights you up inside. Maybe it's learning the guitar. Maybe it's opening that bakery. Maybe it's volunteering or finally writing your story. Whatever it is, it's not too late. The road may be slower, but it will be richer, more grounded, more full of meaning because it's not driven by ego. It's driven by love. Look at the years you've already lived, the lessons, the heartbreaks, the moments of deep beauty. All of that is fuel. Experience isn't a burden, it's a superpower. It's what gives your dream depth. And when you begin again from here, with all that wisdom in your bones, you don't just chase the dream, you become it, you walk it, You embody it, and that makes every step sacred. All right, let's talk about the how. Because inspiration is powerful, but action, even small action, is what brings the dream to life. First, start simple. Get quiet with yourself. Take a moment, a notebook, and ask, what have I always wanted to try? It doesn't need to be grand. Maybe it's painting again. Maybe it's traveling somewhere you've always dreamed of. Maybe it's writing that book, learning the piano, or finally learning to speak Italian. The first step is giving yourself permission to dream again, without judgment. And then, break that dream into bite-sized pieces. One class, one walk to a local studio, one email to ask for more info. You're not too old and it's not too late. You're right on time for something new. Want to travel? You don't have to go far to feel the thrill of something new. Sometimes the greatest adventure is just one town over. A little cafe you've never been to. A museum you've always meant to visit. A park with a trail you've never walked. Start small, but start. Look into senior-friendly travel groups that plan everything for you. Transportation, lodging, meals. So all you have to do is show up and enjoy. Many of these trips are designed for comfort and connection, and you'll meet people who are also embracing this chapter of life with open arms. You might discover that what began as a weekend getaway opens the door to a whole new circle of friends, or even to dreams you hadn't dared to think of in years. Want to learn something new? You're living in the best time in history to do it. Online platforms like Coursera, Skillshare, or even YouTube offer thousands of free and low-cost classes. Always wanted to speak French? Download a language app like Duolingo and start practicing 5 minutes a day. Curious about painting or photography? There are entire communities online to guide you step by step, even if you've never held a brush or a camera before. Many local colleges also offer reduced or free classes for seniors, sometimes even in person, so you get the bonus of social interaction. Learning isn't just for the young. In fact, your brain thrives when it's challenged, when it's asked to stretch in new ways. And when you're learning something you want to learn, that's when it really sticks. And if you're looking for connection, for people who share your passions, it's easier than ever. From walking groups to writing clubs, local libraries and community centers are full of opportunities to meet others in your shoes. Don't be shy about trying a few things until something clicks. The more you surround yourself with encouraging, like-minded people, the more inspired you'll feel to keep going. And here's the most important part. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need to master the language or paint a masterpiece or write a bestseller. Just starting is a victory. One small step today might lead to something bigger tomorrow. And every time you say yes to your curiosity, you're saying yes to life. That momentum, it builds, it grows, and it will carry you farther than you think. So, if you needed a sign, here it is. You still have time. And not just time to try, time to thrive. Time to become the version of you that once seemed out of reach. Time to surprise yourself. Time to bring that old dream into your life like a gift you finally feel ready to open. Don't let the world rush you. Don't let age shame you. Let your heart lead. You are not behind. You are just in bloom, right on schedule.